Yo, what is the effing deal? Welcome to another Raider Nation Unlimited. I'm your man, Wasted Talent. It has been a long effing time. Salutations. Salutations. Oh my God, salutations. I got to get my shout outs. I know this is an impromptu live. I just got back. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody here. Shout out to everybody rocking. I know y'all wasn't expecting me to jump out here and do a live. I normally go an hour earlier. But, I got off the plane. I said, God damn it. I want to talk some Raider football. I ain't been on in a while by myself in a while. Listen, there's not enough of you in here. Let's just get that out there. Share this out. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Get wasted with your brother wasted. Share this out on all social media. And everybody who's on Twitter watching, come on over here. Pull up the Raider Nation Unlimited with Wasted Talent. We have cookies over here on YouTube. Shout out to everybody in chat. Let me get my shout out to side. Let me fix my hat too, man. I'm tweaking here, man. My guy Jamal Williams in the place. Redbone. My dog, Raider Joe. Raider Sound. Appreciate you, man. Victor Duran. Oh, my God, man. Yo, my guy, Victor Duran. What's cracking? Ain't no fan like a Raider fan. The others walk the plank. I love it, brother. Taino Raiders in here. Dan, high stakes, get off my lawn teaser. Wasted with the copyright. That's not copyright infringement. Yo, I'm showing homage. Look, you see all the they don't call me Wasted Talent for nothing, bro. You love that thumbnail, don't you? Grand Theft Auto is coming out, man. I had to tip my hat. To Grand Theft Auto. You know what I'm saying? My guy Martin, DeMarcus Webb is in the place. Oh, my God. Oakland, R8R, Randall Carter, Richard C. Oh, my goodness, man. Oh, my dog, Taino Raider with the first super of the day. Appreciate you, my dog. John Gruden lawsuit, televised January the 10th. How about Shillmore live with some commentary from Wasting the Gruden voice? Bro, I'm going to be honest with you. Bro. Probably is going to happen. Look, you know, and I know that, John Gruden is he's family over here, Raider Nation Unlimited. You guys know how we do over here, man. But, yo, listen, man. Let's get into it. Man, this Viking game. Raiders-Vikings. Vikings-Raiders. Guys, I'm going to be real with you. This game is pretty much the game that's going to determine whether we're playing for a playoff spot or we're playing for a draft pick. Let's just be for real here. This game determines whether the rest of our season is all in vain, because it's going to be very hard to make it to the playoffs if you drop this game to the Vikings. This is a home game. This is a team that is in the same situation that we're in. The same situation. They have a young guy at quarterback at Joshua Dobbs. He has taken over at quarterback around the same time that Aiden O'Connell took over for the Raiders after the Kirk Cousins injury. The Vikings are a team who has had, big playoff aspirations. To be real with you, they were supposed to be the beast of their division. But Detroit has come and pissed in their Cheerios a little bit. The Green Bay Packers are much better than currently advertised. And now, the Minnesota Vikings are fighting for their playoff lives as well. Justin Jefferson will be making his return back to the lineup. He's been down ever since, I think it was week 5 against the Kansas City Chiefs. So now, the pressure is on, man. The pressure is on us to produce. The pressure is on Aiden O'Connell to take his ascension forward. The pressure is on Davante Adams. And this is the Davante Adams special, ladies and gentlemen. We got over 108 in the room. Get wasted with your brother, wasted. Tell a friend to tell a friend. I mean, what the F is going on? Where you guys at? But I love it. My guy, Anthony Hernandez. My boy, Supreme Talent. What's the deal? Yo, shout out to Hondo, man. That was a most splendiferous occasion. Did y'all go get a chance to go down to Graphics House and go check out that Hondo interview, man? It was a monumental interview, I must say. I mean, look, I don't ever cut on here and brag about the stuff that we do. You know what I'm saying? But what I will say to you is that was one of my favorite interviews. Shout out to Hondo. He is a gentleman and a scholar. And I'm glad that we were able to make that connection with one of the greats when it comes to the written format. I like to fashion myself as a writer as well on Planet Raiders. We're gonna get back to that. Shout out to my brother Big Mike. Big Mike has thrown up the bat signal. We will start populating Planet Raiders again. But Hondo Carpenter, man, one of the best insiders there are. One of the best, man. Shout out to my dog Hondo Carpenter, man. Taino Raider. Can't wait. Said, hope Gruden exposed the whole league. Now, see, this is the thing, man. Do you really want to see how the sausage is made, bro? Do you really want to see that? Do you really, like a part of me as a Raider fan, I would like to see the league get it stuck to them a little bit. The way that they do with the Raiders, some of the stuff that they've done over the years and gotten away with, I would. The thing that concerns me about that is to what avail does Gruden expose the league? What happens to the league? Because I happen to love the National Football League. I happen to love this sport, right? We all love this sport. But what is going to happen after John Gruden does that? What happens? Is it going to be government oversight? Is it going to be some Mitchell report kind of stuff? For some of y'all that are a little older, I know you guys remember the Mitchell report when the federal government got involved in baseball's affairs when it comes to performance-enhancing drugs and things of that nature. So there's a bit of the Gruden lawsuit that I kind of wish that, I wish it was handled kind of behind the scenes, because at the end of the day, the fact remains this, right? John Gruden, and this is what I've always said, he's not the only one who was talking greasy. He's not the only one who feels the way he feels, right? We know that the NFL is a good old boys network. I see some of the comments, even about Antonio Pierce being the head coach. I see some of the fucking dweebs down the dial on YouTube that entertain that kind of stuff, saying that Antonio Pierce got this job because he was black and all this bullshit. And I don't want to really lean into that. I don't like leaning into the racial aspect of things because football is a meritocracy. We like to talk about the game, right? But, the National Football League is owned by people who probably have a lot of the same sentiments and viewpoints as John Gruden. And, do they say, okay, well, it's not fair that Gruden's got to wear the weight of that? You know what? It isn't. But that's life, right? That's life, right? So at the end of the day, to what avail does that help my team? How does that help the league if Gruden goes on there and he exposes the league? How does that help us? It doesn't. So to me, I really, and I don't mean to talk in circles here, but I really don't really give a damn. Just get that man his money and let's move on, to the next fucking controversy. I just hope whatever it happens, it has positive gains for the Raiders. That's the only thing I care about. I just want the Raiders to be officiated like everyone else, or to be officiated properly. That's the one thing I've always wanted with the Raiders, man. I think the vendetta the league has with us and they have against Al Davis should have been buried a long time ago. I mean, 2011 was a long time ago. 2011 is I got a whole teenager that was born a year before that. You know what I mean? So, it's time to move on. But I don't want to really lean into that. F it. We talking about the Vikings and the effing Raiders. My guy, Rizan. We're going to see some decent production out of any of our backup running backs. Zeus is not that guy. Bro, Zeus is young, man, at this point. I've been calling for the Raiders to bring in somebody all year. Like, I'm going to be real with you. Last year, Damian Williams, man, the former Chiefs running back, I wish that the Raiders would have held on to him. I think that if the Raiders need to look themselves in the mirror and realize what kind of team this is. This team, even though we have a supreme, as far as personnel goes, wide receiver corps, the Raiders are a run-first team. They're a run-first team, and they go as Josh Jacobs goes. In the games when Josh Jacobs takes off and goes nuts, those are the games we normally win. When he's able to we're able to control the line of scrimmage, and Josh Jacobs is able to get his shit going, that is when we normally control the game and we normally win. But as he goes, everything goes, because now you don't get Aiden O'Connell with that play action pass so he can throw the ball down the field. He gets the time to get the ball to Davante Adams, right? You don't get the time of possession to spell the defense, because we have a pretty good defense. But the thing with our defense at this point in the game is that we don't have a lot of depth on that defense. So We're not a bend, don't break defense. We are a good, solid unit at this point. Problem is that, you don't have the depth to bring guys in and spell guys. So the more that Josh is on the field, the better it is for the Raiders. The better it is for the Raiders all the way around. Everybody eats when Josh Jacobs eats. But I think the Raiders need to lean into, if they're going to make a playoff push, to go get another running back to come out here to help Josh Jacobs and take some of that load off when he don't have it going. I'm in 100% agreement with you, Razan. 100%, man. 100%. 100%, man. My guy. As of lately, the Raiders have been making small-time QBs look like MVPs. Let's hope Coach Pierce puts a stop to this crap. That's a fact, Rick. Shout out to you, Rick, with the cold-ass Wolverine pick, man. That's dope. My guy, Salvatore Bruno. Salutations to my man, Wasted, and Sidekick Gruden. Y'all crazy. All right, Loon, my guy, Loon Tells Pale Moon. Our resident Cowboy fan, pulling up on his brother Wasted as usual, man. My dog, what's going on, man? Roger Goodell needs to be gone, and hopefully the Gruden lawsuit does that. Now, see, Lunatez, the problem with Roger Goodell and everybody, and I don't want to turn this into the conspiracy theory network, right? But Roger Goodell is not the problem. Roger Goodell is an employee, bro. Everybody looks at him like he's all powerful, but what he really is a scapegoat for the owners. The owners are the ones who direct Roger Goodell on what he does. They give him his marching orders, and that's pretty much what he is. The owners tell him what to do. I think it's a joke when people try to act like he's this all-powerful supreme being. Where was all that power when Jim Irsay was a drunk, pilled-up mess and got it? What happened to the personal conduct policy then? Because you can't punish your bosses. You can't. And when you see them take up ranks against one owner, that's because all the rest of the owners said, yo, get him. Get him. That's all it is, bro. It's all bull. It's all bull. It's nonsense. My guy, Taino Raider, man. Shout out to my brother, Taino Raider, man. One of the most solid individuals in the chat, as usual. I want to see the plotting against teams, the Raiders especially. I'd like to see Goodell fired and someone else voted in. Bro, I'm telling you, whether it's me, you, him, and him, right? Whoever works as the commissioner of the National Football League gets directed from the owners. And until the mindset from the owners change, this is what it is. Make no mistake about it. Make no mistake about it. My guy Hammer's in the place. Salutations to my guy Hammer, man. Hammer sent me here. F you. That F out of here, Hammer, with your nonsense. What's up, Hammer? Erica Ramos, great to see you. Now listen, small Kizzy, my dog. Is Crosby done for the year? Yo, we don't know yet. We are going to have to get into that. But yo, do not jump the line. Do not jump the line, damn it. Redbone, we'll be all right. Things will turn around for us. I can see and feel it. Yo, citate to GOAT, special talent. Damn, man, you making me sound like y'all tweaking, man. My guy, Steve Jones. I think Amik will be covering Justin Jefferson. Josh Jobs will get rattled from pressure by Kuntz and Max. JJ has 100 yards. AP gets the job. Now, see, let's get into this game, boy, y'all. Now, Raiders, man. We are fresh off of a loss and a bye week, man. We are I think we're 4, and it's a crazy stat against the bye week, man. I think Docs shared that shit with me the other day. Shout out to Docs or Graphic. You know what I'm saying? What they did was, let me get my bearings here, man. The Raiders are not very good off of the bye week since the year 2000. I think we're 4-20 something. It's unbelievable, yo, right? And with 5 regular season games left, the Raiders have come back, and they got to come back re-energized. They got to come back recharged, right? The Vikings are also coming back from a bye, and they're trying to break their 2-game losing streak as well, right? Josh Dobbs was terrible his last game, man. He threw 4 interceptions in a 12-10 loss to the lowly Chicago Bears, even though we lost to the Chicago Bears too, right? And Minnesota's coaching staff had planned to speed up some of their offense. by Justin Jefferson coming back into the fold. So this is going to be a tall order for the Raiders. Now, people are saying to me, Robertson is going to guard him. We don't know until the game happens. We're going to have to see, right? But, Justin Jefferson coming off a hamstring injury might be a little rusty, but I don't expect him to be. I think Justin Jefferson held himself out. Some have said that he could have come back 2 to 3 weeks ago, but didn't. You know what I'm saying? And regardless of who the quarterback is, Justin Jefferson is that guy. He's reactivated, man. So we got to deal with that. That fourth-year receiver, sustained a hamstring injury, man. And he's been nursing it. He didn't want to come back till he was 100%. And I think we're going to get 100% of Justin Jefferson, guys. 100%, right? My guy, El Matic, circling back to the Roger Goodell talk. The NFL commissioner is salary paid from the owners. That is a fact, bro. Calendar, what it is. Huey P. Supreme talent, as Wahando said. I appreciate that, man. Oakland fan. Can we all agree that the extra ref in the booth is a bunch of BS? Last thing I want to hear is from an ex-ref with a cup in his hand. You tweaking, bro. Now, listen, I'm going to say this, bro. I think that the National Football League, and look, guys, I don't want to careen too far into this, right? But look, I get it, people, what they want. This is what y'all want to talk about right now. Y'all let me know. If y'all want to talk about some of this NFL shit, we'll get into it. Y'all give me some ones in the chat if that's what y'all want to talk about. And we'll get to the Vikings game a little later because I plan on being on a while. I ain't been on in a while, man. I'm re-energized. I'm back to the content creator stuff right now, man. I've been, super dad for a couple of days. Now I'm back. Yo, my guy Intel, what it is, brother? Greetings and salutations, supreme talent, my guy, man. Okay, we got a couple of ones. It is a little dry in here. We only have 250 in the room here. What the F is going on here? The F is going on here. And we got some ones in here, yo. Yeah, oh yeah, we had a good time, man. We had Intel. It's crazy, bro. Shout out to my daughter, man. Shout out to my youngest daughter, man. Yo, look. They didn't win a national title this year. They didn't win. My daughter was a leader. You know what I'm saying? I'm very, very proud of my daughter, though. Very proud of her. Shout out to my daughter, man. But okay, so we're going to get into the Roger Goodell talk. So look, listen. When you guys talk about what the National Football League is doing, what they're trying to do is they're trying to micromanage the product to a point where, for me as a longtime fan, it kind of gives me a little bit of it makes me look at the league from a jaundiced eye. It makes me look at the league like they're trying to kind of almost, and I'm not saying the National Football League is scripted, but I feel like they try to control the lines as far as the gambling lines go. I think that they try to control, the viewership, because we all know that the National Football League is a funnel for advertisers. That is why the Super Bowl is the spectacle that it is because it is the one day a year that everybody in America is just watching that. That's why it costs so much. That's why Super Bowl commercials are so big. That is why the National Football League is the biggest product in television, in entertainment. It's the number one brand, right? So we all know that. So I think by the league having those guys up in a booth, that is almost like a sleight of the hand. That is a way from the office to call right down to the field and control things that are going on, which I do not like. Good, bad, or indifferent, let the game be decided on the field. When we were growing up, they didn't have all these camera angles. You didn't have to wonder when somebody came down with the ball and they caught it. You didn't have to wonder whether they bobbled it and they cut the frame down to within 100th of a second where the guy have the football and then it moves a little bit and they can arbitrarily decide when they want to change the outcome of the game. And I think that is a humongous problem with the National Football League because it makes me look like, don't piss on my head and tell me that it's raining. Don't tell me that you're not like controlling the outcome on some way. Now, do I think that the National Football League gets a script? And no, I don't. I think that's a lot of poppycock. But what I will say is that, they have a way of controlling outcomes from a peripheral kind of way, in the peripheral standpoint, Yo, man, Graph is in the place to be. Yo, this guy's hung up on Penix. He's hung up on Penix. Graph, I gotta get you some help, brother. Graph, you know I love you, bro. I gotta get you some help, man. You got speeding out here, bro. It's terrible. It's terrible out here. You gotta stop this right now, Graph. Graph, I'm gonna call you as soon as I get off the air, bro. We gotta get this together with this whole Penix talk, brother. You gotta stop it. It's nasty work out here in these streets, man. My guy, Tony Blazzetti, the conflict of interest between FanDuel and all the other casinos supporting the NFL. And I feel that way too, bro. I feel that way too. And I feel like you can't service your business partners and be hands off. And pause if necessary. You cannot do that. You cannot do that. So what are the demands being put on the league from FanDuel, from DraftKings? This is the reason why they always said there would never be an organization placed in Las Vegas, because fans will almost revolt, right? But this generation of fans, and for the most part, now you have hardcore diehard football fans like that are in my chat right now. You guys are all diehards, right? You guys are not surface level fans. That is why you're here with me today, right? But then I think the adventation of fantasy football has kind of softened the blow and allowed them to come into this whole daily fantasy for money stuff, all this nonsense. So now I got to look at the game. What did John decide? My guy, Intel, and that's shout out to Intel. The game was perfectly imperfect. It was perfectly imperfect. You cannot take a human commodity and make it perfect. People are going to make mistakes, and I understand that. The problem is, and this is where, we kind of have to look at it, and we have to look at it with a sense of skepticism. See, the thing about football is, in sports in general, that is the place where I don't want to think about politics. I don't want to think about, political bullshit in England. I just want things to be done fairly, bro. Fairly. And I don't necessarily know if that's going to continue to be done. If they continue to keep meddling with the game the way they do. My guy, Grim Reaper, seems like makeup calls are definitely happening as well. Forcing penalties to appease the home fans. That's a fact. That is a fact. Now, we can't say that didn't happen previously, right? Look, the Immaculate Reception was essentially called that way because the referees didn't want to get fucking mauled out there in Pittsburgh. Let's be for real here, bro. My guy, Coach sipping Jamba Juice out of a straw. The greatest names ever. That's what I've said. The answer isn't more technology. It's the opposite. They need to go back to the freaking old days of officiating. Thank you, Coach. Get off my effing lawn. And you know what, man? I'm back. And that was one of the great comments today. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. The Get Off My Lawn gang is here in full effect. We almost got 300 in the room. Get wasted with your brother, wasted. Tell a friend to effing tell a friend. My God. Bringing up the last Boy Scout. Shout out to Damon Wayans and a prime Halle Berry. Dancing in the Cage. Oh, my God. She made me a man, that movie. The last Boy Scout already said, we have injury lists, so the betting line will be right. That's what it's about. And that's shout out to my dog, man. My guy, Martin. Yo, and another thing. I don't want to bring a damper to the show, but shout out to, and God bless everybody who was involved with the UNLV mass shooting. Look, wasted, I talk about myself in the third person, but, a lot of times, man, I want to come on here, and when we do shows, it is for us to unplug, unwind from our lives, have a good time, talk about Raider football. But let me tell you something, man. What happened with the people at UNLV was terrible, man. And, I don't really know much about it. It came across, my line of sight, and I saw it. And to be honest with you, I really haven't read exactly what happened. It's almost like, man, some of these things have been happening, and it's almost like it's almost desensitizing it's man, it almost desensitizes you. It's happening so much, and I don't understand why. But in UNLV, and to your point, way too real. UNLV, 3 dead, a shooter killed by police at a Las Vegas school campus at Beam Hall on the campus of UNLV. 3 dead, 1 critically injured, and the shooter was killed. And the victim that was taken to the hospital is in critical condition. The authority said the shooter died after the confrontation with the police. But to me, it's like a big playbook, man. It's a playbook that's being played out, man. And I don't really want to get into that kind of stuff, man. I don't want to come off like the tinfoil guy, but this shit is happening too much, man. It's time this shit stops. I don't know what it's for or why they're doing it, but I'm gonna tell you something. It needs to fucking stop. It's to the point where anytime I go anywhere where there's a lot of people, like when I was in Disney and Universal Studios, and when I was at my kids' cheer competition and SeaWorld and all of that, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I'm always got my head on a swivel when I got my family with me, bro. Because without my kids and my wife, I'm nothing. I'm a piece of trash without them, bro. Like now that I've experienced what it is to be a dad and to be a husband for as long as I have, they are the light and the joy of my entire life, bro. I couldn't imagine not having my family, bro. And I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Anytime I go anywhere, I'm always vigilant. That's why I don't like. I'm scared to death when my daughter goes to college. I'm scared to death, bro. Like real shit. I'm not a fearful man. I'm not a coward. I ain't never been that. You know what I'm saying? But the one thing that man, I just pray every day, man. And I was talking to my daughters today, man. And I was telling them, talking to them and my wife, and I was telling, like that the whole trip when I was away, I was feeling very, very prophetic, man. I was feeling very, very blessed. You know what I'm saying? Like lately, I've been feeling very, very, very blessed, man. You know what I'm saying? My mother is still alive. My brother and sisters, they're healthy. My sister beat cancer. My father-in-law, mother-in-law, healthy, good. They're beautiful people. My sister-in-law, beautiful woman. Brother-in-law. I'm very close to my in-laws. My wife and I have known each other for a long time. I've been with my wife over 20 years. You know what I'm saying? And I've watched her brother grow up. He's really like my little brother. He's more than my brother-in-law. You know what I'm saying? I've watched that. I've known that kid since he was 3 years old. So for me, I love my entire family, and everybody's healthy. Everybody's doing well, bro. But yo, man, look, I'm gonna tell you something, man. They are. My heart just goes out to these people, bro. It really does. And I don't know what's going on in this world and why so much evil and hate in this world, but I just pray, man. The only thing we can do is pray. The only thing we can do is do things like we're doing now, like talking to each other, right? Putting positivity out in the world. You know what I mean? Staying in positive spaces and being around places with people who are about something good. You know what I'm saying? That's like, bro, most of my relationship with my guys in Shieldmore, right? It is mostly just positive. Like it's just positivity, bro. It's no bullshit. It's no negativity. It ain't us talking shit about each other. It's like we talking about our families and our kids and what we want to do and encouraging each other. That's the kind of shit you want to be around. Any of that other kind of energy, bro, because like energy cannot be created nor destroyed. It only transmutes. Right. So negativity begets negativity. Right. When you go and you be a negative, you be a douchebag, it has a way of coming back to you, bro. You guys can see in real time. There are a lot of people out here in this world that you guys can see that are in the entertainment industry, people who do what I do, the people who do YouTube. When you see people who are on some negative nonsense, bro, life has a way of straightening them out. I heard something. I was listening to a preacher. He was saying, and not to ramble, we're gonna get back to the football, but vengeance is mine, says the Lord. Right? So human beings, we think that we can seek retribution and we don't allow God to do his job. We don't allow God to do his job. Allow the good. I don't know what religion you are, whatever. I don't want to get into religion, right? But you got to allow God to do his job, because who are we as human beings to step in the way of the wrath of God? I'm telling you, bro, the wrath of God is real. It matters what you do on this planet, and it matters how you treat people, and it matters. It matters, yo. It matters. And a lot of these people, a lot of these miserable people, they're getting sucked into things, bro. They're getting sucked into all of this stuff, this entertainment, the video games, the movies, the music, and they're putting how they feel over common human decency, messing with people who don't have nothing to do with their misery. And what I will say to anybody who's into that kind of stuff, yo, man, go try to get yourself some help, bro. You ain't gotta hurt nobody, man. That shit is bullshit. My heart goes out to people at UNLV. I'm gonna figure out how I can help. That's what we try to use these mediums to help people, right? Look, coming soon within the next few days, we will be doing a live. I got to figure out how we can get some money in some of these people's hands. Just be part of the solution, because Las Vegas is the home of the Raiders now, right? So I got love for the Raiders, right? It's one of the great loves and joys of my life, right? And I have love for the city of Las Vegas, and I have love for UNLV. UNLV plays in Allegiant Stadium, right? Trust me, we will be doing something to help those people. You know, that's what Shieldmore is all about. We want to uplift. We want to help people. You know what I'm saying? We want to do good things, man. So, y'all, I'm trying to tell y'all something. We gonna tap back in about that. And I'm going to be making a social media post. And if y'all want to participate, you can. You know what I'm saying? But look, I want to bring everybody back up. Let's talk some Raider football. Let's talk about this game, man. And I'm going to read some of y'all comments, that we're going to get back into the game, yo. I'm here from halfway across the world for a dose of wasted positivity and some Raiders banter. My dog, Martin, man. My dog, man. People have gone away from God. Yes, man. Nowhere is safe. You got to be vigilant. That's right, bro. Yo, we got over 300 in the room. Get wasted with your brother wasted. God is definitely a Raider fan. I think God is a fan of us all, brother. Appreciate you, man. Fact, there's way too much degeneracy becoming mainstream. Yo, guys, you know what? I think, and y'all, I got to talk to my brother Graphic, man, and my brother Money. Yeah, we're gonna do a build different. We're gonna start touching on some of these subjects and broaching these subjects, man. Shout out to everybody in chat. My guy, Hard Dog 22, wasted. My brother, what's good? Hope all is well with you and the family. Stay blessed. Yes, it's everything's great, man. I hope God continues to keep it that way. Everything's great, man. I'm so proud of my kids, man. It's unbelievable, man. All praise be to the Most High, yo. Sharif, shout out to Raider Nation brother DJ Mike Scott, who was at you. And Mike, that's my. So is Mike all right? Because he's a good brother, man. Good brother. Done events with him with through Graph. I'm not super close with Mike Scott or any of them guys, like Cody Raider and none of them. I'm not close with them guys like that, but I've met them. They're nice men. They're cool guys. I've done work with them guys. I'm not personally friends with none of them dudes, but they good dudes, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see nothing happen to nobody, man. Mayo Greenberry. Disagree. PG. Okay, we're going to get back into the football, man. Dan one. Wasted. Would you rather draft a QB or sign a vet? We talked about this on Graph Show. I would rather draft one. But we're going to get back into it. Yo. He was at the scene. I got to tap in, man. I had no idea, man. Shout out to DJ Mike Scott. I hope that he's healthy, happy, and all good, man. You know what I'm saying? I hope he's all good. So, yo, let's get into this Raider talk, y'all. Now, look, man. Yo, the Raiders following week 13 for the 29th and 29th in the league in total offense. The offense was supposed to be the star of this football team, and yet the defense has kind of been carrying us, man. You know, we haven't really been doing that great, man. The Raiders have a ranked 20th in total defense, 13th in passing yardage, 25th in rushing yardage, and it's tied for 16th in points allowed. at 21.3 points a game. The Vikings offense ranks 10th in the league in total offense, even with a backup quarterback. A lot of that damage was done earlier in the season with Kirk Cousins. They're known to throw that football. They sling that thing all down the field, pause if necessary. They're 6th in passing, 258 yards, 28th in rushing, 92.1 yards a game, and top 15th in points. Defensively, the Vikings rank 13th in total defense. Now, the Vikings have a beast on the other side of that field, man. Danielle Hunter, man, an absolute animal. 18th in passing yardage, 7th in rushing yards a game, and 8th. So, statistically, the Vikings are above us statistically, but they do have a backup quarterback, man. There's some things that we need to know in this game. This should be a Davante Adams special, y'all. Davante Adams needs 10 touchdowns to surpass Tim Brown in career receiving touchdowns to rank 9th all time in the receiving yards list. So Davante Adams got some work to do to get past Timmy B this season, man. Maxx Crosby needs 1 sack to reach 50 sacks in his career and become one of just 5 players in franchise history to do so. When it's all said and done, Maxx Crosby should be our franchise leader in sacks. I'll accept nothing less, man. Josh Jacobs needs 2 rushing touchdowns to surpass Pete Banaszak and move into 2nd in franchise history and career rushing TDs. Damn, already, man. Josh Jacobs, man. What a great pick. That's the one pick that Gru can hang his hat on, man. I tell you that. And Jacobs needs 396 rushing yards to surpass Mark van Eeghen to move into 2nd in franchise history and career rushing yards. So, yo, this should be a Davante Adams and Josh Jacobs special. So, guys, look, let's get into it. Let's get into it, man. With the Vikings, man, the Vikings are going into this as dogs. You know what I'm saying? They're on the road at Allegiant Stadium. We are 4-2 at Allegiant Stadium this year. Home field advantage is becoming a real thing. It is becoming a real thing. We got Joshua Dobbs not playing so great, but he is going to get some home. He's going to get his guy back, man. And that's going to be very, very concerning for me, man. My guy, Rob Cisneros, thank you for the $9.99 super, man. Appreciate you, my dog. My wife was on her way to Route 66 concert in Las Vegas 2017. This was before we were together. Got in an argument with her ex, ended up not going. God works in mysterious ways. Oh, my God. The mass shoot. Oh, my God, man. God, thank God. Thank God, man. Thank God, man. So my guy, Raider Primos, I'm hoping the defense holds the Vikings to 16 points. Look, bro, the thing about the Raiders, man, is at this point, I don't necessarily think it's all on how many points we hold them to, per se. It's more so about the tempo and the style of the game and what we do when we have the football. Now, I've seen some great things out of Aiden O'Connell, right? Aiden O'Connell is taking that ascension. He's taking that step forward, right? We have to hope that Aiden O'Connell continues his ascension up the ranks and becomes a threat to throw the football downfield. I think that is going to be imperative. This has to be a big, big, big Davante Adams game. It has to be a big game, man. My God, Sharif. I like Aiden, but is Jimmy G worth another look? Especially with McDaniels going? Experience still is mad. No. God darn it. Brother, let me tell you something, man. Brother, I can't believe. Sharif, what the heck? What the F is going on here, man? You want Jimmy bum-ass G back? Sharif, I think this is the first time I've ever had to do this to you, brother.
Angry man, what you doing here? Man, sit your ass down.
Sharif, what is wrong with you, bro? Don't get unceremoniously blocked bringing up he who should not be named. Jimmy Garoppolo. That F out of here. Shout out to my dog, man. Shout out. Yo, that's right. We about to hit the eject button on you. They said Sharif is in timeout. Reed, what's up with you, bro? Don't boo this man. Tomatoes all around. Yo, shout out to my dog, man. Shout out, yo. D-True. Oh, are you trying to all right, bro. I'll give you the permission, man. Appreciate it, man. I appreciate you posting it to Facebook, man. Tell a friend to tell a friend. That's what we need. We need to make and yo, I forgot to ask. Y'all, listen. I'm like really close to hitting 10,000 subscriptions, bro. I really need y'all to do me a favor, bro. I need whoever is watching me out there, because I know it's some people that just like to watch. They don't like to comment. Hit that sub button, bro. I need it. I want to get to 10,000 subs, bro. I really feel like that was a mark. When I came into the game, that's where I wanted to get to. All of my subs are organic, bro. I haven't paid for nothing. I don't do the bullshit. I don't do the hacky nonsense, bro. I just come on here and cook. Have a good time. I want to get to 10. I never really ask for a lot on YouTube, because I appreciate everything you guys have done for me as a content creator. You guys embraced me from day one. And there's a lot of things that I didn't have to go through that other content creators had to go through. I didn't have to fight to get monetized and all that shit. I was on here for 2 weeks and I was monetized, right? And you guys have really, really supported me, like a lot more than a lot of bigger channels. You know, it's times where, you know, you got guys that got hundreds, all these, and you guys have always been very loyal and very supported me. But I need for y'all to do me a favor. I need y'all to get me up to 10,000 subs, man. It's just something that I need to do, man. So please, tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that subscribe button, because I never say that enough, yo. My guy into a Buddhist, man. Yo, but on the real, man. On the real. So, look, Danielle Hunter, man. Now, Danielle Hunter is a guy who is up there with Maxx Crosby, bro. The way he's been playing this year, man. That guy this guy is going to be a humongous problem for the Raiders, man. He's going to be a humongous problem for the Raiders. And I remember the offseason when they were talking about, you know, bringing Danielle Hunter in, bro. I was praying that we could bring him and pair him with Maxx Crosby, man. I was praying, man. You know, this season, he has 42 tackles and 13 and a half sacks. The guy is all over the place, man. And this is his last year. He's playing for a contract. He's playing out of his mind, man. You know, like this year, 51 defenders have rushed passes on 300 snaps this season. And, yo, Danielle Hunter is right up there at the top. He's right up there at the top. There's not too many guys who are rated higher than him, man, this year. You know, him, Maxx Crosby, you know, God damn it, I'm getting old. The kid from Myles Garrett. They're in that rarefied air, bro. Micah Parsons, they're in that rarefied air, man. He is in that club, y'all. He's in that club. Danielle Hunter is really, really a guy that we're gonna have to really deal with. We gotta hope that Colt Miller is at his best. We gotta hope that our offensive line is at their best, man. Let me see something, man. My guy, Dobbs is gonna rush for 100 plus, and them Jets are gonna show us why we desperately need to draft a corner early on. Dog, come on, T. Wet blanket severe. The F is wrong with you, bro. I'm going to be honest with you, man. Look, to me, bro, I'm tired of drafting corners, bro. Tired of drafting corners. We haven't done a good job of that shit since we took Charles Woodson, bro. And look, I'm going to be 100% real with you. If the Raiders, and I don't want to get into the draft talk right now because we were addressing the Minnesota Vikings. If the Raiders are drafting high enough to get a player, right, and there is a guy that, you know, a defensive lineman that's there or a quarterback, I'd much rather have that than to take a corner. I'd rather go out on a scrap heap. I'll go out there and sign a free agent. I really would. I really would. I'm just getting. I'm over it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my guy Garyon Connolly, but we took Garyon Connolly in the first round. We took, you know, rest in peace, DJ Hayden. We took him very, very highly. You know, Damon Arnett. I might be having PTSD, but I'm cool. Fabian Washington and Stanford Route. And I mean, come on, bro. Just go out there and go get me a defensive lineman that helped Maxx Crosby before we ruin the prime of his career. And let's hope Tyree Wilson develops the way he should, man. Like hell to talk to you and Docs. I really have some things you guys will want to be part of. How can I reach you? Yo, hit me in the inbox, Axel. Hit me, bro. Yeah, Intel. Yeah, getting back to Danielle Hunter. That's what I wanted to do. What I feel like the Raiders are in dire need of is that two-headed monster pass rusher. That is the way, like, guys, when you talk about, overtaking the Kansas City Chiefs, let's just be for real here. When you see Patrick Mahomes, right? Patrick Mahomes is a generational talent. So that does not come along. When you say generational, everybody likes to throw that shit around, right? When you say generational, it is generational. Patrick Mahomes is young, bro. We're gonna have to deal with him for another decade, at least. And quarterbacks are playing longer and longer and longer. We're gonna have to deal with this guy, bro. And I'm gonna be honest with you. The only way that you're going to be able to deal with that is to draft a guy who is somewhere close. But moreover, you're gonna have to get a defense that puts pressure on him and harasses him and slams him on his back like the jabroni he is. That is what needs to happen. It's an effing bum. It's not a bum. He's great. But I just want to see him get slammed on his effing face. My God. Much respect to the... we got a Viking in here, man. Shout out to you. Much respect to the Raiders and the Vikes. Been a Vikes fan, but since Jefferson is coming back with us, he might score a TD on you, 89 yards. Listen, let me tell you, so the Vike, respect to you for coming in the Raiders live, man. Respect. But what I would tell you is there are two rules here, Raider Nation Unlimited. One, it's a Raider podcast. We shall never speak ill of the Raiders. We shall never tolerate any disrespect because you guys know what happens. You get unceremoniously blocked. But shout out to you. Thank you for pulling up. My guy, Jalen Harris. Hey, Wasted, do you agree with sitting Maxx out for the rest of the season since he has that nasty knee injury going on? Honestly, I both don't want him to sit, but I don't want him to get hospitalized. Bro, look, I don't know the severity of Maxx Crosby's knee injury as it's currently constituted. Now, I know what they've shown us is bad. It's bad, right? And look, man, I think they got that pretty much. I think they got that pretty much in hand, right? So we're going to look at the injury report. They're kind of nursing it. What I will say to you is if the Raiders win this game, you got to try to manage the injury, right? But if the Raiders lose this game, I say sit Maxx out. So let's get into the injury report real quick, guys. We've been all over the place. It's an emotional live. Once again, I don't want to minimize what happened in at UNLV. Shout out to everybody there that's safe. God bless those who lost their lives there. And man, just God bless everybody out there, man. But let's get into the injury report. The Minnesota Vikings have listed 6 players on their initial injury report for the week. This is not close to being finished. It is only Wednesday, but this is the first one. Theo Jackson did not practice today. Running back Kene Ngwa was limited. He has a concussion. He's in the concussion protocol. Cornerback Najee Thompson is limited with a knee injury. Kyrese Tonga, nose tackle, is a full participant. He will be playing. He is a load down there on the defensive line. Caleb Evans, calf, full participant, and Justin Jefferson is a full participant. So we're going to be getting a heavy dose of Justin Jefferson, man. Evans are not just practicing, but, they're coming out after a bye week. So they are fresh, and they're on track to return, man. And Tonga is practicing too, man. So that is big. That is big, for the Vikings. That's big for the Vikings, and it's not the best thing for us. But you know what? I want to see their best. I want to see their best fucking team. Fuck it. We ain't a bunch of bums out here, man. Now let's get to our Raiders, man. There has been a Brandon Facyson sighting. There has been a Brandon Facyson sighting, y'all. Kanai Mayuga. Limited practice today. Brandon Facyson, limited practice. Will Brandon Facyson be playing? Colton Miller did not practice. Maxx Crosby did not practice. So basically, they're managing those injuries. They didn't practice because you got those vets. They got to get that rest time, man. The Jukester, what do you think it takes to get Hunter in the offseason? It's going to take a hell of a lot of money. And the thing about Danielle Hunter is that we got to see how much the Raiders have in the kitty. We have a lot of cap penalties this year. The Chandler Jones thing killed us. The Jimmy Garoppolo thing after they cut him, that's going to be an issue as well. So Danielle Hunter is going to demand premium money. He's going to demand a contract close to what Maxx Crosby got. And I don't know if we're going to be able to afford that. And then also we drafted a guy in his position who's not really playing the best, and you kind of owe it to him and you owe it to yourself as an organization to allow your first round pick to develop. That is also a defensive end. And you're paying him 7th pick in the draft money as well. So it's almost like you're triple dipping at the end. And I don't really see, Danielle Hunter being signed by us. I see Danielle Hunter going out there and trying to get signed by a contender. And I'm not saying we're not, but he probably will want to put himself in the best possible situation to win football games. So, I think a lot of our problems, bro, and this is the thing that the Raiders can't get around. You can't get around drafting badly. If there's anything, and Mark Davis, if you're listening, because I know, people from the Raiders definitely listen to this program, right? If you're listening, you need to pour into your scouting department and hire a general manager who acquiesces and listens to the people that are doing the work. You cannot have a Johnny-come-lately run the organization, a coach with final cut who drafts with his emotions. He says, hey, man, I like that guy. You have a guy like this guy. Hey, man, I see I've been brought up a little bit. Hey, wasted, man. I'll tell you something, brother. I don't like the way you've been talking about me lately, man. You think I just drafted Damon Arnett because he had a luxurious head of hair? You think that's why I drafted him, man? Let me tell you something, man. I drafted Damon Arnett, man, because I liked his tattoos. Be honest with you, man. Hey, guys, you're not going to agree with me. I'll be back, man. But look, I'm going to be honest with you, bro. We need to pour into our scouting department and have a GM that does the job. And gets great scouts. Scour the NFL. We talk about signing free agents and players and shit like that. I want the Raiders to go out there and hire the best scouting people there are. I want the infrastructure of this team to be built from the ground up. And this is what I thought was going to happen with fucking McDumbass. This is what I thought was going to happen. But if Mark Davis does nothing else, make sure that you pour into the people who are making the decisions if you're not your father and you're not going to make personnel decisions. Make sure that you have the best of the best getting players. If you look around the team, you look at teams that are drafting well, go in there and steal them all and bring them to Las Vegas. Steal them all. I told you, see, look, if it was a fifth, we'd all be drunk, right? I thought we should have got Montez Sweat. I wanted either one of them guys for the Commanders. The problem is this. We had a seismic shift in the middle of the season. So Mark didn't have the people in place to make the deal. And I understand it, bro. My guy, Salvatore Bruno, your Hondo approved, supreme talent, elite, wasted talent, content provider, John Grew approved. Appreciate you, dog, man. I needed that, brother. I needed that, man. I needed that, my brother. Hold on. Like a glove. Protect Crosby from himself. Put him on IR. Knowing our luck, he'll ruin the rest of his career. Like a glove. Look, the knee injury looks like it's more of it was like an infection, right? So you can treat that with antibiotics. You can treat that with rest. So at the end of the day, players play, right? Players play. If I don't think that the team, knowing how much they have invested in Maxx Crosby, would put him in a situation to hurt himself further. I think the scenario that he had previously, I don't think it's as bad as it was. And that's why I hate the fact, I kind of hate that we kind of saw how the sausage was made. Pause if necessary. I kind of hate that shit, bro, because seeing how his knee looks, when you hear knee injury, it's like, okay, it just goes in one ear out the other. When you actually see that shit, it's like, whoa, this guy should never play for the rest of the season. So, I look, the team doctors know what's going on. And I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think that if it's that bad, they would. But guys, I'm going to be honest with you guys. This is a defining game for these two men right here. Shout out to my guy Huey P 209. Give Champ Kelly and AP a chance. Let me tell you something. They don't get that chance if they don't win this game. They don't get that. And I'm gonna be 100% real with you. This is a game that Antonio Pierce must win. I know a lot of you might disagree with me. I know you guys think I'm just being a bombastic content creator, a shit starter. But no, this is a game that AP has to win, bro. He has to win that because Mark Davis doesn't have any bias built in. So if you're going to go resume for resume, if you're going resume for resume, right, you can't put AP's resume as a coach up against some of the people who are going to come in looking for this job. So if you're removing biases out of it, he has to cling to so many peripheral things to win this job. The one thing that they have to judge is how he did as a coach from when he got the job to the end of the season. So for him, it's not a 17-game season, right? It's not a 17-game season for him. He is 2-2. So you got 5 games left. If that man has a winning record as an interim coach, then you got to start considering it. You have to consider it, right? And then if he has the locker room, that's another feather in AP's cap. Then the contract demands and money are another thing in AP's hat. Now, see, this is the thing that I think a lot of us are not considering when you talk about the coaching search, right? When you talk about the big names out there, when you talk about the Harbaughs of the world, when you talk about the Ben Johnsons of the world, I don't think a lot of us as Raider fans think that this job would be very attractive to them, right? I don't think this job will be at the top of their list, and I'm going to tell you why. See, Ben Johnson is a guy who is probably going to want to be in play to draft one of the top quarterbacks of this draft. So if Bill Belichick is coming back to New England and that job isn't open, that's something you got to consider because the Patriots, it's crazy, one of the worst teams in the league, right? So I think a lot of the head coaching candidates that are new coordinators that want to start fresh, they want to go into a situation where they got a lot of cap space and they have a top pick at quarterback, right? And then when you talk about a guy like Jim Harbaugh, let's just be for real. Jim Harbaugh loves Justin Herbert. Does not look like Brandon Staley will be keeping that job. He is absolutely horrible, right? And then the Chicago Bears are going to be a team that has a number 1 pick, a high-rated pick, and they are a team that Jim Harbaugh was drafted by and played for. And he probably wouldn't even have to move. So I don't know, guys. I don't know, man. I don't know. We have to look into it. My guy, Devontae Wilder. I wish we could bring back the Mack truck. Crosby and Mack will give my home nightmares for years. My Christmas wish is for Mark Davis to make it right and bring home our boy, 52 and 98. Now, brother, I am going to be honest with you, bro. I don't think Khalil Mack has the affinity for the Raiders organization that we have for him. I would have loved for these dumbasses to bring him back last year. Now, Hondo, you guys saw I broached it. I'm going to clip that. People in the building wanted Khalil Mack back, but the people who made the decision didn't bring him back. Now, this is one thing that I got from Khalil Mack's interview that he had with Kyle Long. Well, both of the Long brothers, I think, were in that interview. Khalil Mack feels offended about the way things were handled when he was here. And he should be. He's the best player that we have drafted since Charles Woodson. They paid Derek Carr for him. Okay, he's a quarterback. I get it. But then you pay a fucking coach $100 million and tell him he got to take a team discount? Come the fuck on, man. A coach that ain't won shit in a decade before you brought him in. A coach who was duly compensated and well compensated on ESPN and John Gruden. That's a slap in the face to Khalil Mack. And he ain't forgotten that. And it's not missed on me that when he plays against us, we get his best. The only time he didn't wreck the game against us is the first time we played against Khalil Mack because John Gruden made sure he would rather lose that football game than to let Khalil Mack beat us. He did everything he could to stop Mack that game. But after that, Khalil Mack has gone off on us. Oh my God. Intel with the bang. Intel, brother, come on, brother. I appreciate you, man. Intel, thank you, my brother, with the $99 holler. My brother Intel, keeping the lights on here in the real fucking way, man. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much, man. And I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. A brother is broke right now coming back from Disney World. My daughters whipped me, bro. They whipped me. They went crazy on my pockets down there. My brother, I appreciate you, but this goes to the channel, bro. Intel dropping the bomb on us, bro. This goes to the channel, improving this channel. And to be real with you, bro, I'm gonna do something, bro. We're gonna do a fundraiser for the people of Vegas. I need to find out who to. I don't like saying we're gonna do a fundraiser and I don't get the information to see who we can send the money to. Maybe one of the victims' family, something. But that is what we will be doing, yo. I'm gonna put my head together with my guys. We're gonna get that shit rocking and rolling. But Intel, I appreciate you, my brother. I really do, man. And Intel, bro, I might have to start doing like Mitch and freaking we got to get an Intel jersey or something made, bro. You know, shout out to my brother Intel for always supporting us over here, man. Appreciate you, dog. Thank you so much, man. Yo, you know what's funny, bro? You know what's funny, bro? It's hilarious, bro. You know, it's funny, man. Yo, hold up. Yo, my guy. Somebody said this the other day, and I saw this, right? Like a glove. If the Jets offers a first-round pick, 5 or 10 for Adams, would you take it? Cap hit is $25 million next season and $44 million for the next two. Brother, I'm going to be honest with you. I know this is an unpopular opinion. If they give us a top 10 pick for Davante Adams with where this team is, yes. Because, bro, we are more than a wide receiver away from contending for a Super Bowl. When the Raiders brought Jerry Rice in back in the day, now listen, old Grandpa Waste is going to put, let me stop. Whew, not Grandpa yet. Please, Lord have mercy, please. No, please do not make me no grandfather yet. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. If my daughter is watching, both of them, man, don't you do it. Don't you fucking do it. Don't you do it till you marry and graduated with it and become lawyers like you guys want to be. Don't you do it, goddammit. Don't you do it. But nah, look, I'll take it. Davante Adams, with where he is in his career, I think his timeline in the league and us getting to where we need to be might not line up if he's still in this organization. I love Davante Adams. Davante Adams is one of the best players in the league. He's one of my favorite wide receivers ever. I love Davante Adams since he came out. But to be honest with you, yo, if we get a top 10 pick for Davante Adams, do it. Do it. And that's taking all the biases out of it, man. My guy, Ty Raider, like you said, use that pick to get Marvin Harrison and the DT. I think Marvin Harrison going to fuck around and be the second or third pick, bro. That's how generational he is, man. My brother Inter, I had to show some love. I got a daughter that I took to Disney. I've been there, bro. Yeah, brother. Let me tell you something. Both of my girls, man, they were running roughshod on me, brother. And my wife. My wife is a Disney person like crazy, man. Our Christmas tree, everything is Disney. They went crazy on me down there, my brother. Appreciate you, Intel, man. Shout out to you, man. Thank you, bro. My guy Marvin Lewis, whoa, with the hot take. Whoa. My guy Marvin Lewis. Why don't you warm it up there, Marvin? No on Mac. Love him, but I don't want the team to get older. I'd rather have a younger, proven player. Let my guy Marvin Lewis cook with the crispy Raid hat on. Shout out to Raid the Tape, man. Shout out to my guy Raid, man. Where you been, Raid? They will give us more than that first, bro. Jack Burton, I don't think so. The Raiders, we didn't give up more than one first to get Davante Adams. Davante Adams is older. He got a big contract. The thing is, we got to see what the salary structure is, right? They're not going to give us more than the first. They might not even give us the first. We might have to, if they were looking to trade Adams, which I don't want to get too much into that, right? But I would probably see the Raiders take 2 seconds and a player. Now, how would that look for you guys to get a guy like, say, for instance, a Sauce Gardner or Quinnen Williams? I'd do it for either one of them too. I would, man. I definitely would. My guy, Lake Show Raider, man, I watch highlights on the top 5 QBs coming out this year. We have to find a way to get one of these guys. Bo Nix is at the top. And no, I disagree with trading Davante Adams. That's dumb. You can disagree. You can agree. But what I'm saying to you is this, brother. If we got a rookie quarterback, right, and we're in a position to draft that rookie, and we have 2 first-round picks that are on the same timetable. So what you can do is you can draft a difference maker on one side of the football and draft a difference maker on the other side of the football and set the organization up for the next 10 to 15 years. I have no problem with that. I have no problem with that, bro. I'm not looking to trade Davante Adams, but what I'm saying is that I don't have a sight blindness. See, this is the problem with us as Raider fans, bro. We get too attached to a certain ideology. There's more than one way to skin a cat here. We have to learn how to paradigm. Now, I'm not saying that, let's throw the baby out the back. I love Davante Adams. What I'm saying to you is that anything is up for debate for me. The only guy who is untradeable on this roster is Maxx Crosby. And I'm going to be 100% real with you. 100% real with you. But, that's what we're here for, bro. We can't always agree. I support you. I appreciate you, my guy, Leisha. Yeah, listen, these mock drafts are stupid. If they took another wide receiver with Adams on the roster, man, come the fuck on, bro. I'd be pissed. I would be pissed. I would be effing pissed. My guy, I'm asking for Quinnen Williams or Garrett Wilson. And to be honest with you, look, for Garrett Wilson, I'm a little cooler on that. I like Garrett Wilson, but I'm cooler on it. I'm not trading Davante Adams straight up for Garrett Wilson. They got to give me, I got to win that trade. They got to, if they giving me Garrett Wilson for Davante Adams, you got to give me a first round pick, bro. With Quinnen Williams, I'll take a second or a third for Quinnen Williams. But give me Q, bro. Gotta go, wasted. My beauty is sleeping, waiting. Oh, man, Sleep Beauty is waiting. Bro, shout out to you, Martin, from way across the pond. He's over there in Great Britain. I think he's 3 hours ahead of me. It's almost midnight where he is. Shout out to you, my brother. You have a good night. Wasted. I'm normally done at 8 o'clock. But today, I'm going to cook because I haven't been on for a while, man. So shout out to y'all, man. Guys, there's another thing, too. My guy, Jamie, I 100% agree. Then we still need a number 1 wide receiver. Took too much to get one last time. They couldn't get it right for a long time. Carr had to do it. But see, this is the thing, bro. This is the thing. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. We need to recalibrate what it takes to build an organization, right? Now, say, for instance, guys, this is just, I'm not saying to shop Davante Adams. What I'm saying is, has to be a specific scenario for me to even broach getting rid of a player like that. So I'd have to get a first. Right? I have to get a guy who is a difference maker on the defense, right? There are not, I would submit to you that it is easier to make up the production of a wide receiver and a star wide receiver with 2 or 3 good wide receivers than it is to make up the production of a guy who is a game wrecker in the middle of this defense. 100%. There are not too many guys in the National Football League that you can name at the age that is Quinnen Williams' age that you can even put next to him, bro. There's only a couple. There's only Aaron Donald and Chris Jones and guys like that are even at the level or beyond his level, and they're older than him. Chris Jones is still young, though, so let me relax with that. But Aaron Donald is getting long in the tooth. But there are not too many defensive tackles who are as effective as that guy. We need that guy in the middle of this defense to go next to Maxx Crosby. I think that the Raiders need to be a defensive football team. I said that for the longest. Look, it's cool to have all these Corvettes, right? But At the end of the day, we need to beat the Chiefs up. We need to beat the Chargers up. We need to beat their ass. That's Raider football. We need to run the ball down their throat. I think it's easier to go out there and go get a bunch of good wide receivers and get a good quarterback, protect them, good running game, put talent all over, and just bing, 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 instead of having one great wide receiver than it is to make it. So if you go out there, you get a Quentin Williams, you pair him with Maxx Crosby. So let's say Tyree Wilson comes into his zone. You have Nate Hobbs, right? That's a cornerstone piece there. You got Spill. Spill is one of the best pickups we've had in a long time. You go out there and you improve that linebacker core a little bit. Keep Marcus Epps. Trayvon Merring is starting to mature. Isaiah Powell-Miles starting to mature. Then you start adding to that. You could build one of the top defenses in the National Football League to rival the Kansas City Chiefs offense. You start busting them in their damn mouth. You got to build around Max. That's the problem that the Raiders, they didn't realize what they had in Khalil Mack. They should have built around Khalil Mack and not Derek Carr. Forky. They built around Forky. Yes. Hello, I'm trash. Yes, they built around this man. This is who they decided to build around. And I know he's no longer here, but you know what? I'm sorry, man. I'm just taking a victory lap for all of the bums who are talking about us over here. Bums talking about me, telling me I didn't know what I was talking about. All he needs is a defense. If Derek Carr had a defense, Derek Carr would be the best quarterback in the league, right? And then look at what happens. He has a defense and he's still an effing bum. F him. My God, Layshaw, I really think the Raiders are closer than we think. All we need is one of them star QBs that can extend plays and the DT to help Max and a dangerous cornerback. Bro, I'm going to be honest with you. Just by you saying that, Layshaw, and shout out to my guy, Layshaw Raider, we can make it happen. We can't lose Adams. See, bro, that getting a star corner and a star defensive tackle and a quarterback, that's fucking light years away. That's light years. You don't just find that, bro. That is light years, brother. Light years. And that's a fact. Hard dog. One of the reasons why Del Rio and Reggie had a mark of success is because they built in the trenches. Gabe Jackson and all them guys. You had John Feliciano on the bench. That's what I'm talking about, bro. The F I'm talking about. We got to build in the trenches, bro. Build a team from the inside out and you will win forevermore. Jamie Herr, I'm with you, but we got to keep the audition open. That you got to broach it. I'm not saying to go out there and just shop Davante Adams and piss him off and all. Nah, bro. I love Tay. I hope he finishes his career. I hope we can find a way to address these other situations in a different way. But bro, I'm gonna tell you something. If somebody offers me that, I have to answer the phone. I gotta listen to it. Reaching for draft picks is killing his team, but we're not talking about reaching, brother. We ain't talking about reaching. We're talking about, okay, boom. I'm a bad football team. I give you the 5th pick. There's a quarterback on the board that you want to take. Jaden Daniels is right there. He can change your franchise. He's a young kid. And you get to keep your pick. And you do the right thing with that pick. Or they give you a Quentin Williams who is not even close to 30 years old, and he's a beast. How could you not think about that? And see, the thing about it is, we got to pray that the guys making the decision are the right ones. Because that's the main focus, yo. Devontae Wilder, Green Bay definitely punched KC in the mouth. So can we. You know why Green Bay was able to do that? They were at home, and they're the Green Bay Packers, and there were a few teams in this league who the officials allow them to play ball. And I'm going to tell you something. The Chiefs and the Pittsburgh Steelers are allowed to play ball. And the Queefs, they're allowed to play ball. It doesn't seem like the bias is there. Bro, Reggie drafted Carr, Mack, and Cooper in 1 year. Listen, you got to understand something. Reggie McKenzie drafted Derek Carr and Khalil Mack in the same draft. He drafted Cooper in the next draft, right? The thing about the situation we're in is that Reggie McKenzie cleared a bunch of cap space then, right? We have a bunch of high-priced players, right? We also have a guy in Davante Adams and in Maxx Crosby who have been paid. So how do you go out there without having that kind of draft capital and getting these guys? How do you do it? How could you can't continue to try to fill in. You have to look and see what kind of timeline the better people on your team are in. The timeline that Maxx Crosby is on is a totally different timeline than the timeline that Davante Adams is on. It's a totally different timeline. Davante Adams is getting older, bro. He wants to win. And I would love for us to keep Davante. I hope we do. But, getting it right in the draft, we haven't shown that we've had the ability to do that, right? So let's hope that we can. But hoping that quarterback that can get Davante the ball can develop at the same timeline as Davante is asking a lot. So what are the odds we draft C.J. Stroud, right? We could have drafted him if they would have allowed him to move up, right? We could have. We could have hoped for that. But to me, it's looking like the Raiders, if that subject is broached, I think the more solid, tangible approach would be to build that defense, bro. I really do. And that's right. We need a defense that knows talent. Effing right. Wasted. Why is it so hard for teams to build starting with the trenches? Why start with running backs, wide receivers, and QB? Can't understand, bro. I don't know. But most of the teams in the 90s, even when you look at the Dallas Cowboys, right? The Dallas Cowboys of the 90s, if they did nothing else with a lot of those picks, they got Emmitt Smith right. They drafted Troy. You know what I'm saying? Irv was there before Jimmy got there. Irv was there the year before Jimmy got there. But Jimmy came in, that number one pick. Troy Aikman was the consensus number one. That was a no-brainer. With the Herschel Walker trade and them getting rid of Herschel Walker, the Cowboys were able to riddle that team with littered with talent in the trenches, bro. Russell Maryland and all them guys on the defensive line. Then they drafted Mark Toulonnet. They drafted fucking Eric Williams. They drafted Larry Allen. They drafted Nate Newton. Bro, that's the thing, man. They built that team. It looks like, it's about Troy and Emmett and Irv. And they're the triplets, right? But what made the Cowboys of the 90s what they were was the fact that they had the best offensive line in football. One of the best lines I've ever seen, right? And then they had a equally as terrific defensive line. And the cherry on top was them going out there and getting Charles Haley. When they went and got Charles Haley, that was it. That was it. They had everything. Not one hole on that team because it was built from the inside out, yo. Wasted drafting the best available isn't working. We should need to start drafting biggest need. See, the thing is, I think that's in context because the Raiders need more than one thing, right? Now, this year, we didn't draft the best available. We didn't draft the best available. I can't think of a time that we did. That's the problem. We don't draft the best available. We didn't draft the best available in the Ruggs draft. I think CeeDee Lamb was the bull of the woods. That's my personal opinion. I'm a Ruggs. I didn't get mad at Ruggs because Ruggs was a talent. It's just unfortunate. But drafting Damon Arnett, drafting Jonathan Abram, they weren't the best guys available. Drafting Cleveland Farrell wasn't the best guy available. They drafted for need. That's the problem. You got to draft the best player available. I think good coaches take the best player available and make him work within the construct of their offense and or defense. Great question. Mark Davis gives you the keys to the Raiders this offseason. What are the first 3 moves you do? Depends, right? Where am I picking? Now, if I'm picking in the top 10, I'm doing whatever I can to locate my quarterback. That is what I'm doing. I'm locating my quarterback, and I got Aiden O'Connell there. Aiden O'Connell's going to help me hedge my bet because he's another young guy. So we can have a situation that the Deadskins had back in the day when they had Kirk Cousins and they had freaking RG3. Right? So that's not a bad situation to be in. You having two young, viable, good quarterbacks, right? The next thing I'm doing is I'm going out there and I'm getting rid of Andre James. And I'm going to get me a better center in the middle of my defense. I'm also going to go and I'm going to get me a guard. And then what I'm going to do is I like the defensive line that we got this year, but these guys are older. I am bringing in another defensive tackle. I'm bringing in another defensive end. I'm going out there and I'm getting a real backup running back and not Zamir White. You know what I mean? A real backup running back. And you know, what I would do with my other pick, say for instance, you know, in the second round, I'm drafting corners. Drafting corners, bro. That's what I would do. My guy, Big Mike, is in a place, man. Here's what I was saying. Davante Adams wants to win now. We are realistically 2 more years away. Trading him for draft capital is better than inevitably losing him for nothing. And that's the way I see it too, Colin. I'm 100% on the same sheet of music with you, brother. Super Mario Cron, yo. It's in a place. Yo, the chat is lit today. Yo, you guys are having your own show in the chat, man. I love it. Wasted. What if a team gets a Herschel Walker type of trade for Maxx? I don't even think you're even allowed to make a trade that bad anymore. But if it was the Herschel Walker haul and we had the right people and I knew that they were good at picking personnel, then, bro, it's something I'd have to consider. Look, bro, at the end of the day, I love all of these players. I love them. I respect their talent. But for me as a longtime Raider fan, I want the Raiders to take the Malcolm X approach. By any means necessary to win. Just win, baby. And whatever that takes is what it is. And who's ever here when it finally happens is who's here. But for me as a Raiders fan, y'all see I'm rated down head to toe all the time, bro. Go to games, all of that shit. I'm trying to get out there for Denver, all of that shit. I'm going to tell y'all something. I want to win, bro. And I don't give a shit who's on this roster. I want to win a Super Bowl. Man, and I know that sounds fucking callous. I know it sounds cold, but I don't give a shit. I want to win a Super Bowl, like within the next 2 or 3 years. And who's ever here is here, who's ever's not. I got love for everybody who gives it up for the Raiders, who's played for the Raiders, even guys who haven't played well for the Raiders, because they bled for the silver and black. Once a Raider, always a Raider. But at the end of the day, I don't care who's here. I just want to effing win. That's right. First day, you will unceremoniously blocked Andre James. Yes, sir. Get the F out of here. My dog, Philmatic. Where the hell you been, Philmatic? Shout out to you, yo. The Herschel Walker thing worked, but only in that circumstance. The trades have backfired for this organization. The last trade that worked was Jim Plunkett. Now, brother, you got to understand something. Just because it didn't work in the past doesn't mean it's not going to work in the future. It's people, places, and things. Who is the person that is making the decision? Is this somebody that we trust? Now, if this is hypothetical, that's why I don't like getting into hypothetical conversations on Raider Nation Unlimited. I hate that shit. If my hypothetical, right, is my hypothetical. Your hypothetical is yours, right? Yours is from the negative, mine's from the positive. Now, Soup, I love Soup, man. Soup always brings the smack. He's warming it up. He's warming it up. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. In my hypothetical, the Raiders have a really good GM who knows how to draft talent. And that GM is going to take the best guy available. Right? And yeah, look, Dan Pastorini broke his ribs, and then they put Plunkett in. They didn't even want Plunkett. Like, it wasn't like they went out there and got Plunkett and started him. You know what I'm saying? Plunkett got in there because Pastorini got hurt. And we were such a damn good football team, and, you know, he finally got his chance. But, you know, the pedigree was there. That's what I always loved about Al Davis. He always took guys who had that Heisman pedigree. He took guys who were talented guys at some point in their life and melded them and gave them a situation to be successful. Jim, you know, listen, people forget Jim Plunkett is a number 1 pick. He's a number 1 pick. The number 1 pick in the whole draft. Heisman Trophy winner, everything. So I love it, man. But see, this is the thing, y'all. The way I view all of this shit, I love Davante Adams. If I had my druthers, we get a free agent defensive end. We keep Davante. We draft the guy at quarterback, no matter where we draft him. Say, for instance, Jaden Daniels comes here. He falls to the Raiders. We get him. He comes in here and has a year close to what C.J. Stroud is having right now. Break C.J. Stroud. We draft Bo Nix. He's balling. And we keep Tay. And we get somebody to help. Great. Right? Is that likely? I don't know. But what I'm saying, whether that happens or whether it's something else, I don't care. I just want to fucking win. And what I'm saying to you is this. Just because something didn't work in the past or did work in the past has no bearing on what's going to happen now. They say past experiences. I think I'm butchering this, but they say the past dictates future events. In this case, when there are different people in a building, it's people, places, and things. These are different people, different times, different players on the draft board. But the one thing that rings true is this, yo. You build from the trenches, you're 8-8. You add to those people, you're 11-5. You locate the quarterback in a real way, you win a Super Bowl. That's how you build. Correct. The GM that will pick the best that suits his long-term plan. What GM do you trust? Someone from the Ozzie Newsome tree, like Ian Cunningham from the Bears or Adam Peters from San Francisco. And the thing is, you got like Ian Cunningham, bro. He hasn't really done it in real time. But Champ Kelly and them guys, I like Champ. Howie Roseman is a guy that I trust. But he's with the Eagles, right? But there's got to be that next guy. There's got to be a next Ozzie Newsome. Why can't it be us? Why not us? Why not us? But I fuck with you, Soup. Appreciate you, dog. We didn't do much breaking down of this game today. You guys know that, right? We did not. You guys have gotten me off on a wild roller coaster of content that had nothing to do with the thumbnail. Even though, if I must say, I don't like to pat myself on the back. I think that is the best thumbnail I've ever made. I love it. I absolutely love it. Shout out to Grand Theft Auto. It is going crazy. The trailer for GTA. That game is crazy, man, because I love that game, and I've played Grand Theft Auto ever since Super Nintendo, when it was like a map. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. My homeboy, shout out to my best friend, right? My brother, my best friend Lex. The wonderful Lex Diamonds, right? My guy Lex. This brother had he had it because you would have like a little, every time you get out the car, I could play a sound. He had the thing from the first Locks album when the guy on the interlude, he'd be like, "Do you see this shit, you bitch?" Every time the guy would get out the car. It's the best. But yo, I've had every Grand Theft Auto, right? The problem with Grand Theft Auto is that I just don't want little kids playing it, bro, because it's gonna mess up their mind, bro. Grand Theft Auto has to be that kind of premium content for older people who can contextualize what's going on and not get out of control with it. It's got to be the Leisure Suit Larry of this era. My guy like a glove. At what price would you start being interested in trading for Fields? I think he could turn around. Justin Fields, I'm not giving more than a second-round pick, man. Thumbnails fire, agree is fire. Thank y'all, man. Been bad, my dog. Passerini broke his leg. Plunkett was on the bench, healing up. Al told him, just sit, rest, and heal. He paid Al back by winning the Super Bowl. Shout out to my dog, Been Bad, man. Shout out to my dog, Been Bad. Yeah, Pastorini broke his ribs when he was playing for the Love You Blue Oilers. He was the first quarterback to wear a flak jacket. So shout out to Dan Pastorini, former Raider, former Oiler. He's the first quarterback to wear and don the flak jacket that every quarterback now wears. So the strip club scene was crazy. Waiting on you, wasted. Let's infiltrate some Viking content and find out what they think about their team. That's a fact. Bro, look, I've been going for an hour and a half, man. Soup said, "Oh, damn, the Locks wasted wit there. Grand Theft Auto, Vice City type, twerking on the cars, crazy as F." That's a fact, yo. That's a fact, bro. No, not Justin Fields, occasional big play guy. I hope we can resurrect a form. No, look, I would. Justin Fields is supremely talented. I would take him. I would for a second round pick. And he's a young guy on a rookie deal. Hell yeah. I could still build. And he could come in and Aiden O'Connell could. Because, bro, the one thing I want to see going forward is competition, bro. I don't want this whole thing where somebody has a decent season with the Raiders and we anoint them our future. I like Aiden O'Connell. I'm rooting for Aiden O'Connell, but he has earned nothing with me. He got to come in here. He's got a ball, and he's got to continue to do it for us like it used to be. Yo, y'all got to stop as fans lowering the bar for these motherfuckers, bro. Stop lowering the bar. Aiden O'Connell's been doing okay. Yes, he's playing well. Yes, I'm not expecting Aiden O'Connell to come in here and be Tom Brady and shit. But the thing is, he hasn't earned the right to just come and have a job given to him, bro. Nah, he got to come in here and win that shit. That's how I feel. I don't feel like he's earned enough for us to say we're going to build around him. He hasn't earned. For me, he hasn't. Yo, he got to start this week by going and beating the damn Vikings. Because let me tell you, the Vikings are in the same situation as us. They've dropped 2 just like us. The Vikings are in a playoff hunt, kind of. We are not that far out of the hunt, bro. If we can win this Viking game, this is something that can put us back on the map as far as getting to that playoff kind of rarity right there, man. And then, yo, we got some players coming back. It's gonna be a tough game. TJ Hawkinson is coming back. Jackson is coming back. Sign is off. Guys are coming back, man. Joshua Dobbs had a putrid game. We have a way of making bad quarterbacks or mid quarterbacks look great. We had a guy that was a Division II guy that lit us up for the Bears this year. So listen, Kevin O'Connell is coming here guns a-blazing, man. They smell blood. They smell blood, bro. And we got to stop them. And having Justin Jefferson back is going to be rough. And we got to pray and we got to hope that Davante Adams is Davante Adams. We need for Davante Adams to have a Davante Adams level game. We need the 2 touchdown, 160-yard Davante Adams this week. We can't have a 70-yard fucking no tutties guy. We need to do this. Has got to be a Davante Adams special this week. My guy, speak that shit. Couldn't believe when people wanted to name AOC and AP their guys after the Jets win. It's unbelievable. They gotta earn this shit, bro. I love AP. Am I rooting for AP? A fucking 110%. Am I rooting for Aiden O'Connell? 110%. Am I rooting for Champ Kelly? 110%. But until they fulfill the promise that I feel that they have, I feel like, yo, by us not allowing the process to play out, I feel like we're cheating them of their greatness. We're cheating them of their greatness, bro. We got to allow it to play out. And if it don't, we got to put pressure on them to make it play out. That's right. Jack Jones needs to flash versus Jordan Addison, and Jefferson. Best case, he proves to be a solid number 2 cornerback. Flash is number 1 from time to time. That's the thing. Jack Jones, this is a Jack Jones special too. I probably would want, bracket coverage on Justin Jefferson, right? This is going to be one of the first times this season that they're going to have the full myriad of their talent. TJ Hawkinson, Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison. Make no mistake about it. Make no mistake about it. This is going to be a tough game for us, man. This is going to be a tough game for us to find enough guys to cover these guys. Now, let's hope that Brandon Facyson can come back. Because Brandon Facyson, he offers us some options having a tall, rangy cornerback. A tall, rangy corner. I love the fact that Amik Robertson has been balling. Amik Robertson always plays big. I'm not worried about his lack of height. I would like to see him be on Addison, and I would like to see Jack put on freaking Jefferson. I really do. And I want to see him bracketed, of course, but you know that. Scott Tucker, I'm sorry, but AL4 has to prove himself weekly, just like every other NFL player. NFL stands for not for long. That's a fact, bro. It's a filmatic. Yo, we need Josh to do Josh things this week and keep Hunter off of AOC. That's a fact, man. That is a fact, bro. Ruben Russ, if we win the next 5 games, but AOC doesn't ever throw over 25 passes in a game, do we continue to roll with AOC or draft a quarterback in the first round? It depends on what quarterback's available in the first round and where we're drafting Ruben Russ. We always want answers to these questions where we don't have the test in front of us yet. When the test gets in front of us, then we can see what the answers are, but we don't have the test in front of us yet. I'm telling you, man, listen, look, I think this is Jack's coming out party, man. It's Jack's coming out party. Jack Jones or maybe Sam Webbs. But, yo, look, guys, let me ask y'all a question. Do you think that we need to bring this train back into the train station? It is now 8:37. It's almost 9 o'clock. So I think it's time to bring the train into the track. Guys, I'm going to be rocking all week this week. It's kind of cold out, so I might work some overtime at my real job. But even when I get off, we will be rocking with you. You will be rocking with Shieldmore all week. You are going to be rocking with the best, right? Before I go, let me read this one. My guy, Mark Evans, thank you for the $9.99 super, brother. Coached the game 20-plus years on all levels, 40-plus years. Raiders, Cam Ward is our guy, 3rd/4th corner. And in the first, Wiggins at DT. In the second, Parham the center, 2 guards. The 4th and 5th, Wagner at right tackle. Fix, maybe. Yo, bro, I love that. I love it. I freaking love it. Mark Evans, thank you for the $9.99. Holla, my brother. Appreciate you. My guy Eddie from the Bay is in the place. My guy Eddie from the Bay is in the place, man. One of the best realtors that there is, man. My guy Scott Tucker, man. Even if L4 plays at the top of his game, he still has to play at the top. Otherwise, he has to go like Carr. We can't be combined to excellence if we commit our players to half-ass plays. Yeah. We can't be saying commitment to excellence and we're not demanding excellence. And that's probably what you meant, Scott Tucker. If it's a commitment to excellence, we got to be committed to expecting that from everybody, bro. Well, hey, Ben Bad, why am I showing my age? What I do? What I do? Ben Bad, let me know what I do, yo. Yo, and my brother Eddie from the Bay, if y'all trying to buy a house, man, y'all got to pull up on this man right here, yo. If you're in the California area, you're in the Bay Area, you want to move there, this is the man you need to go see. Jason Farnsworth, the Gruden voice is amazing, dude. Farnsworth, man, appreciate you for pulling up, man. Yeah, autocorrect effed it up, but I get it, brother. I get it, man. I get it. But, guys, I think we're going to get out of here. I'm going to get some dinner. I haven't eaten anything. You know what I'm saying? It's weird because I got in the house. We got off the plane. I was tired. You know, I had an early-ass flight, you know, tired. I was going to actually go to work, and I was like, man, I'm whooped. I'm whooped for being down in Florida, man. But, yo, before I get out of here, my guy Sniper Jones pulls up. Got to always read his comments. Vikings, one of the most blitz-heavy teams in the league. Release the ball quick. Get the yak. Let's effing go, my brother. Also, I think Davante Adams will show out to let Jefferson know who the big boss is. Bro, look, this is Davante Adams special. I said it earlier in the show. Davante Adams should be going nuts. My guy Lawrence E., would you be willing to give up our next 2 first-rounders for Caleb Williams? I don't know. But shout out to all of y'all. I got to get out of here. Much love to everybody, man. Beast Coast up, as my guy Salvatore says. Shout out to my guy Franklin Skinner. Going to bed, you're damn right. Yo, y'all have a terrific night. You will be rocking with the best all week. We're going to be in a place to be all week, man. Love all of y'all, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Appreciate everybody for pulling up. I'm sorry for being all over the place, but I think this was a damn good live, if I do say so myself. And, yo, y'all know what I got to say.
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
Damn right, the price went up. And I'm going to tell y'all something. If we win this week, the Raiders' value is going through the effing roof. Y'all get out of here. Y'all have a good night. Peace.